Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is back in the headlines again with allegations of insider trading. Some other lawmakers seem to also be benefiting from well-timed stock trades. Our Amy DeLaura reports on whether there's any appetite in Congress to put a stop to this practice.
Media stories erupted recently about Representative Nancy Pelosi's financial dealings. This is not the first time the 38-year House member has received press scrutiny. The San Francisco Democrats' high-performing portfolio has long been the subject of critical media stories. Last year, for example, financial disclosures revealed the California Democrat had sold at least $500,000 in Visa stock a few months before the Justice Department announced an antitrust investigation of the firm.
You think it was luck? I don't think. She should be prosecuted. Nancy Pelosi should be prosecuted for that.
3 years ago, tech entrepreneur Chris Josephs built the Pelosi Stock Tracker, which displays her assets and their impressive performance. In the past, a Pelosi spokesperson has claimed she, quote, does not own any stocks, and the assets are in an account held by her husband, Paul Pelosi, who is a very experienced investor and financer.
Over the course of your career, has your husband ever made a stock purchase or sale based on information he received from you?
No, absolutely not.
To be fair, the former speaker is not the only public official whose financial dealings have raised eyebrows. Nor are the Democrats the only ones who are suspected of wheeling and dealing on Capitol Hill. Senator Tommy Tuberville sold Apple stock shortly before President Donald Trump announced tariffs that drove down the share prices. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene purchased a bevy of technology stocks shortly before Trump paused some tariffs. She told press there was no problem as her investments are managed by an outside advisor. These are among many in Congress who often see gains in their stock portfolio that outpace the growth of the S&P 500. Charges of legislative graft are as old as the Republic itself. Thomas Jefferson and his co-partisans accused Alexander Hamilton and his supporters of colluding with stock jobbers to line their pockets. In the 1870s, legislators were gifted artificially low-priced railroad stock options to encourage them to vote for legislation favorable to building of the transcontinental rail system. Nobody would know about the stock transactions of Pelosi, Greene, and Tuberville if it were not for the Stop Trading on Congressional Knowledge Act, enacted in 2012. The Stock Act also required the timely disclosure of legislators' stock purchases and sales. The frequent media stories about legislators' well-timed stock trades over the past several years have fermented a slew of bills to toughen up the Stock Act and other rules forbidding the commingling of officials' powers and personal wealth. House Speaker Mike Johnson, for his part, says he supports a ban on all stock trading.
I'm in favor of that because I don't think we should have any appearance of impropriety here.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries has also voiced support, and President Donald Trump has said he would sign such a bill. Whether legislators will have a chance to vote on any of these bills is unclear. Neither chamber so far has agreed to vote on any particular bill. Similar legislation introduced in the two previous Congresses died from inaction. I'm Amy DeLaura for Washington Examiner.